Man, when I used to read that word filthiness and think, I'm dirty. I need a bath. Right? Well, the scriptures talk about the filthiness of the flesh. And what it's talking about is the works that come out of the flesh when the flesh tries to produce life. The filthiness that he's saying he'll cleanse us from is he'll cleanse us from working or trying to produce life ourselves by the strength in our own hand. That's the filthiness he's talking about. So I will sprinkle clean water upon you, and you shall be clean from all your filthiness and from all your idols, right? Cleansed from the idols is to be cleansed from the filthiness. Idol, to give people a reminder, the definitions of idolatry, it means to worship the works of your own hands. You built a God with your own hands, and you say, by the thing I've built with my own hands, I'll be exalted. That's what it means to have an idol. You're worshiping the strength in your own hand. You're fornicating with your own works instead of having intimacy with the work of God. That's what it means to have an idol, okay? You're looking to something for peace and love and joy other than God. That's what it means, okay? I will cleanse you from that. I will cleanse you from looking to something other than me for life. Notice how he says, I will. He doesn't tell you to cleanse yourself from looking for something else for life. So if you find yourself in the place where you're looking to the world for life, God doesn't demand you to stop doing that. But what God does is he gathers you to his house, he brings you into his bedroom, and he says, will you sit here, child, and listen to me, right? Listen to what I've done. Because when you can hear and see what I've done to serve you with peace and love and joy, when you can sit and hear of the work that I've done to perfect your life and to exalt your life above the tribulation in this world, what will happen is it will cleanse your heart from everything else you're looking to. Because when God fills you up, what happens is there's no more room for there to be any more filling up. It's like a running over, right? My cup runneth over. And so when you can sit in the presence of God and you can hear about the work that he's done, which is exceedingly abundantly above all you could ever ask or think, to serve you with a peace and a love and a joy that can't be taken from, that can't be stolen from, that can't come behind no matter what you encounter, no matter who you encounter. Most of us are living in the world as if there's people that can keep us from peace. Listen, if there's a person in your life that can keep you from peace, you ain't busy with God's peace. You're busy with the peace the world offers. And there's no shame in that, but come and hear about the work God has done to exalt your life to the place where it can't be harmed, it can't be stolen from, it can't be overcome. Right? Come and sit in the presence of God. I will cleanse you, a new heart also will I give you, and a new spirit will I put within you, and I will take away the stony heart out of your flesh, and I will give you a heart of flesh. And I will put my spirit within you, and cause you to walk in my statutes, and you shall keep my judgments and do them. And you shall dwell in the land that I gave to your fathers, and you shall be my people, and I will be your God. Now, for those of you that like Bible study and you want to go back and study these things, you can't really understand Ezekiel 36 without combining Deuteronomy 6, without combining Romans 8, without combining Hebrews 8 and 10. If you don't take those things and bring them into the picture and use all those things to understand what's going on in Ezekiel 36, you won't come out with the right conclusion. You won't see what it's talking about. For example, if you look in Hebrews 8, Hebrews 8 talks about God writing his law on our hearts and in our minds, right? So that what will happen is that we'll know he's our God and we're able to live in the earth as his people. Right? That's the same thing Ezekiel's talking about when it says he'll give us a new heart and a new spirit so that we will know he's our God and we will live as his people. It's the exact same thing that he says there. Deuteronomy 6 talks about God, or talks about the Israelites having one God, the Lord their God, and not worshiping the works of their own hands. Well, that's the exact same thing Ezekiel 36 says when God says, I will sanctify my name and take out of you a stony heart and give you a heart of flesh that will cause you to walk in my statutes and my judgments so that you can inherit the land I gave to your fathers. That's exactly what Deuteronomy 6 says, right? That you shall have one God, the Lord your God. You shall walk in my statutes and my judgments, and that you can inherit the land that I promised your fathers. It's the exact same thing that he uses there. Hebrews 10. Go read Hebrews 10. It talks about our hearts being sprinkled. from an evil conscience, and us having a true heart of faith, and our bodies being washed with pure water. That's the same thing Ezekiel 36 talks about when it talks about the sprinkling of clean water and us being washed with the Word from our filthiness. It's the exact same thing that he's talking about in all those places. So you want to look at those things and you want to bring them together.